The White Star Line, led by J. Bruce Ismay, dreams of creating the world's largest and most luxurious ship. Construction of the Titanic began in 1909 at Harland and Wolff Shipyard in Belfast. The ship is hailed as practically unsinkable, a marvel of modern engineering. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic departs from Southampton on its maiden voyage, stopping at Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, now Cobh, Ireland. The ship carries over 2,200 passengers and crew, including wealthy elites like John Jacob Astor IV and working-class emigrants seeking a new life in America. The Titanic is a floating palace, with first-class amenities like grand dining rooms, a gymnasium, and a swimming pool. The second and third-class areas are more modest but still well-equipped. Social distinctions are starkly evident, reflecting the class divide of the era. As the Titanic travels through the North Atlantic, it receives multiple warnings about icebergs from nearby ships. However, the ship maintains near-top speed, as Captain Edward Smith aims to impress with an early arrival in New York. On the night of April 14, 1912, at 11:40 p.m., the Titanic collides with an iceberg on its starboard side. The ship's watertight compartments, a key safety feature, failed to prevent water from flooding multiple sections. The crew realizes the ship is doomed. As the ship begins to sink, distress rockets are fired and lifeboats are launched. There are only enough lifeboats for about half the passengers, and many are launched only partially full. The "women and children first" policy is enforced, leading to heartbreaking separations. At approximately 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, the Titanic breaks apart and sinks into the icy waters of the Atlantic. Over 1,500 people perish in the freezing temperatures, with only a few hundred survivors clinging to lifeboats. The RMS Carpathia responds to the Titanic's distress calls and arrives at dawn to rescue survivors. The scene is grim, with lifeboats scattered across the ocean. Survivors are taken to New York, many in shock and mourning. In the wake of the disaster, inquiries are launched in both the United States and Britain. Testimonies reveal the lack of lifeboats, ignored iceberg warnings, and overconfidence in the ship's design. These findings lead to significant changes in maritime safety laws, including mandatory lifeboat drills and the establishment of the International Ice Patrol. The story of the Titanic becomes a lasting symbol of human ambition, hubris, and tragedy. Artifacts from the wreck are discovered in 1985, renewing interest in the ship's story. Today, the Titanic remains a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the need for vigilance in the face of nature's power.